Welcome to the second day of our Chenrezig Drupchen. We'll begin today's session with opening prayers in the yellow prayer book on page 1.
Tam je je to se be manam kadanyam sem je tam je deva dande donga danda yurdu laname nyada badu bezan joram boje dobaso.
All mothers, sentient beings, limitless as space, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and omniscience, may they experience happiness, be free from suffering, and swiftly may they attain precious, unsurpassed, perfectly complete enlightenment. All mother sentient beings, limitless as space, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and omniscience, may they experience happiness, be free from suffering, and swiftly may they attain precious, unsurpassed, perfectly complete enlightenment.
Maje bardulunga yezonge walako Tude nezonde nyam Santa zamje bardulunga yezonge walako.
For that purpose, until I attain Buddhahood, I will apply my body, speech, and mind to virtue. Until death, I will apply my body, speech, and mind to virtue. From today until this time tomorrow, I will apply my body, speech, and mind to virtue.
Solan devyen javsam je, jedang je derje je, sancho tone je bata, sancho samba la balang jeda ane bata, devyen dola pendondo, sancho semne je je je,
I take refuge in the Buddhas until attaining the essence of awakening. Likewise, I take refuge in the Dharma and in the assembly of the Bodhisattvas. Just as the Buddhas of the past gave rise to Bodhicitta and progressed along the Bodhisattva's path, so shall I give rise to Bodhicitta for the benefit of all beings and practice the stages of the Bodhisattva's path. I take refuge in the Buddhas until attaining the essence of awakening. Likewise, I take refuge in the Dharma and in the assembly of the Bodhisattvas. Just as the Buddhas of the past gave rise to Bodhicitta and progressed along the Bodhisattva's path, so shall I give rise to Bodhicitta for the benefit of all beings and practice the stages of the Bodhisattva's path.
Sanje jodan sojen chonamla, sanjo pardu dane jasunji, nage jen sojen besonanji, dola penso sanje drupasho.
Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and the other perfections, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and the other perfections, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings.
Devadan deve judan dembar jurje, donghadan dongharje Jodan Dava Juji Dong Ha Me Be Deva Daman Dava Juji Nyeren Jodan Yedan Dava Danyon La Leba Juji.
May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. Now we'll go to the concise practice of Chenrezig with 1,000 arms, beginning on page 4. Dharmakaya, the unelaborated reality, protector, boundless light, Sambhogakaya, loving, supreme, noble Chenrezig, Nirmanakaya, Dharma King, Songtsen Gampo, we supplicate to you, please grant your blessings. The root Lamas possessing the three kindnesses, with the supreme Lamas of oral transmission and treasure teachings, we supplicate to you, please grant your blessings. Please grant the ordinary and highest accomplishments.
Om Mahadroda Haryandev Om Pe Om Sobhav Siddha Sarva Dharma Sobhava Siddha Dom Bengal Om Le Somva Rinpoche No Yang Shen Ja Che Nan Om Ahom Shava Le Song Durma Tang Shen Toba Me Saba Me Be Deva Che Ba Jin Ba Nang Ka Dan Yang Ba Ju.
From emptiness arises an Om, which transforms into a precious container, broad and vast. Within this are Om Ah Hom, which melt and transform into a pure, unlimited, uncontaminated Torma, extensive as the sky, capable of giving rise to the special, ultimate, great bliss.
Om Ah Ho, Om Ah Ho, Om Ah Ho. Dharmana Adi Dubana Duda Om Ahom Pesova Om Agaramagan Sarva Dharman Adi Dubana Duda Om Ahom Pesova Om Agaramagan Sarva Dharman Ade Dubana Duda sarvata tangata avalokeda om sambara sambara nama sarvata tangata avalokeda om sambara sambara nama sarvata tangata avalokeda om sambara John Dende Divyen Shep Renje Mangla Samsalo Divyen Shep Bhagyon Jamra La Samsalo Divyen Shep Bhagyon Jamle La Samsalo Devyen Sheba Jeba Tham Jeda Yonsa Tarvela Santalo.
I pay homage to the exalted Tathagata Rinchen Mong. I pay homage to the Tathagata Zungze Dampa. I pay homage to the Tathagata Kunjamli. I pay homage to the Tathagata Jingpa Tamche Dang Yongsu Drawai La.
Ganyen Semo Java Ye Jombo Nam Dang Sha Za Dang Sembo Sha Chen Zava Dang Sem Chen Nam Ban Ha Tso Dang Jun Shen Ke Ba So Ne Ba Te Dang Te La Dor Ma Ne Zawa Shan Chang La So Dang De Chenrezig Drupchen, Chupan De Yang Guzula, Nube Samba Shevata, Mianamba Nazachen, Teren Senche Jebarje, Jinshen Jijin Tene Chubjujen, Dershen Yanda Dong La Tsangpa Ju Yun Do Kun La Che Pa Pang Pa Te De Long Ge Jong Te Yang Tang Se Te Nui Pe Mien So Ve Sun La Kun Jan Ze Rang Ge Nu La Pe Long La Yen La Ne Ba Ma Ze Je Om Chen Buang Chung Gan Da Ke Lu Dang Ba Nu Ze Be Ne De Nye Wa Song Zo La Dun Chu Rang Ge De Su Den.
Page 6. Spirits who wander by night, all Jungpo flesh eaters, Simpo who consume raw meat, various types of beings, those who abide in the thin branches of trees and so forth, for these individuals and others is this torma made of meat, beer, radish, and mashed rice, many kinds of fruit. Please enjoy this offering. Pacify your harmful thoughts. From now on, develop the intention to help others. Practice Dharma like an ornament. Hold perfect samaya and pure vows. Renounce chastising any jungpo. Be ordained shramanas or brahmas. Everyone is afraid of weapons, and everyone values their own life. Take your own life as an example and avoid causing harm to others. Om. All you spirits, strong or weak, to fully eliminate illnesses, especially dangerous to the body, return to your own abode.
Sarva Buddha Drum le ram che nu so su ran rang me ye tang bo yong su ju ba chu ze na ram je dong ba nam ban chu si le sa me je de wa je ne chu zhen sam je me ja ba ju.
From emptiness arises a drum syllable that transforms into a precious container. The initial letters of each of the offerings appear and then transform into the offering substances with the nature of emptiness. Through contemplation, they transform into an unlimited cloud of offerings which has the power to produce never-ending happiness.
Om Benda Agam Ahom, Om Benda Baden Ahom, Om Benda Bube Ahom, Om Benda Dube Ahom, Om Benda Aloge Ahom, Om Benda Gande Ahom, Om Benda Nevede Ahom. Sim Jen Da Tham Dong Ha Je Jam So Le Ra Se Tu Je Chen Bu Jian Ko Gun Ba So.
In order to liberate all sentient beings abiding in samsara from the ocean of suffering, I will meditate on the mandala of the Great Compassionate One.
Ranga Nyanga Bam Le Pe Ma A Le Da Ve Den Reye Garbo Sarva Le Vazen Tu Lama Dan Tu Je Chen La Zo San Je Dan San Jo Sen So Je Kor Den Je Nam Ka Chen Zhang
In my heart is a palm which transforms into a lotus, and an ah which transforms into a moon cushion. On it is a vivid white hree radiating light. The light invites the Lamas and the deities of the Great Compassionate One, surrounded by the assembly of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, into the sky in front, to be seated on lotus and moon cushions.
Om Loka Yora Sarvam Buddha Bodhasa Sabare Vara Agam Badiza Sova Om Loka Yora Sarvam Buddha Bodhasa Dosa Bareva Padem Badiza Sova Om Loka Shora Sarvam Buddha Bodhasa Sabare Vara Pube Om Loka Shora Sarvam Buddha Bodhasa Sabare Vara Pube Badisa Sova Om Loka Shora Sarvam Buddha Bodhasa Sabare Vara Aloka Badisa Sova Om Loka Shora Sarvam Buddha Bodhasa Sabare Vara Gande Badisa Sova Om Loka Shora Sarvam Buddha Bodhasa Sabare Vara Nevede Badisa Sova Om tam che tang to je chen be chen ga la so tang so je san se tang je sem chen kor ve dong a sar ve se ram yen ne jen den she so nye da be me den la den ba yo lu nga ye song pu be san sa lo je ye je zhu tam ba ye se nang ne da de yen che de de ba le jem je je to lo ya wo ni tu ran ja san cho sen de sang ge za ji a je ye ran de sam jar ve shan ne song ba ye chung kor sem chen nam la kor do so ro do men ze nyang en da ye na ro ve tun do yo ba so wa de da yin ge ve za wa kang sa pe da do do mo de sam yo be lama tam che tam to ge chen be chen ko la so dang so je san sen se tang je sem chen kor ve dong a sar ve se ram yen ne chen den she so nye da pe me den la ten ba yo lu nga ye song gu be san ta no je ye zhen chu ba tam ba ye je rang ne ta ta yin che de be le na je jin to lo xia ye wo nian tu ran jia san qiu sen de sang ge sa ji na je ye rang se sam je ve shan ne song ba ye chung kor sem chen nam la ko do so do do man ze nyang da ye na de ve tun do yo ba so wa de da yin ge ve sa wa kang sa ba ga me so be san do ba mo.
All Lamas existing in the three times, the deities of the Mandala of the Great Compassionate One, with the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions, in order to eliminate the suffering of all beings in samsara, please come from your natural abodes. Please be seated here on the cushions of lotus, moon, and sun. I respectfully prostrate with body, speech, and mind. Accept these holy offerings, real and imagined. From prior lifetimes until now, whatever wrongful acts I did, I acknowledge and confess. I rejoice in the root of virtues of ordinary people, Shravakas, Praknyas, and Bodhisattvas of the three times. For all living beings, please turn the wheel of Dharma of the direct oral teachings of the victors of the three times. Those who wish for parinirvana will not benefit beings. Please accept my request that you remain to benefit beings. May I and others accumulating the root of virtue achieve the unexcelled perfect enlightenment. I have great compassion for all those who are suffering, the sentient beings of the 6 realms of the 3 worlds. May they never be separated from suffering. May they have happiness. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. The visualized field of accumulation of merit dissolves into me.
Om Sobhava Yuddha Sarvadam Sobhava Yuddha Hwan Sanang Jechu Upo Zongwadan Zimbedub Tam Je Ram Yen Dab Ram Yen Dudyu.
All inner and outer phenomenal things subsumed into subject and object are purified into the nature of the natural purity.
Om Shanya Jana Menza Sobhava Emaguva Om Sobhava Shuddha Sarvada Sobhava Shuddha Hwan Tong Ben Ang Le Ye Garbo Yong Su Jubal Pagpa Chenrezig Sakdong Jindong Gumdo Garbo Chuka Sheve Sharso Monga Jebe Sharso Marmo Jebe Shani Chuka Chebe Shani Abba Mej Watan Choje Goy Save Chuka Sabjan Save Sanye Toga Tarmo Jau Devo Manye Nan Chen Wadang Be Manze Manye Nan Kolo Dan Rava Jem Lo Zen Devo Manye Nan Chujinje Saja Dan Rinpoche Devo Manye Nan Chugod Dabjan Zambavo Yen La Longa Sasum Chosojen Ye Je Jurgana Rinpoche Shakpa Long Raja Dorje Jada Choshe Meshe Dabjo Jum Yaya Pupamba Radan Chen Bema Humbo Yamada Bema Garbu Zemba Yunje Jurgana Jinjeb Lo Bema Seb Raja Tongar Tuyong Chenwa Treva Dorje Jaju Seze Chuga Yarmeka Lewang Kolo Jilbezo Dum Dum Bema Mar Rambo Merje Nebago Nila Chuga Sadon Children Sajan Zebenten Jinere Sarv Dodo Sem Chenam Toge Sore Meba Nyamba Zeb Numban Rosa Yeba Bao Rendameba Rambo Chetan Javud Jinkara Selmodo Doshar Sadab Shabda Laso Benzeba Jeb Tarna Soje Toyo Dameyo Tarjan So Lab Lab the Sor Senzang Bo Soni Bebze Jeb Jokunenze Dayan Dunse Namabjaran Lamo Yege Chom Kundo Samsen Jin Chalo Tam Zuo Dan Java Yen Dan Dama Sen Orvanza Kundo Garbo Shaje Sai Rambambo Chetan Yomedeg Manteba Yonje Dama Sebo Renha Zema Kundo Garbo Shaje Sai Yeshe Garje Chenwat Yumpe Manzemba Sumga Tartan Rambo Chena Sobe Jinje Shap De Betzer Sembo Chemojo Yoba Jab Jen Damar Sanjen Hawan Tai Kundo Marbo Sanye Bing and Saja Jen Yambe Chemo Chonge Yo Simba Jebe Chugu Chalo Jen Nom Seben Dab Junit Dene Yekor Jeben Tangbo Nambar Namzi Nyemba De Yam Sanje Jema Nyekar Lord Mbam Baba Yam Mama Kenyan Homo Yedo Yamo Dang Shin Jong Den Dan Trobad Yam Kundas Nim Samuel Yerambochi Dumban Hawan Taye Yang Jebate Yam Kukarmo Nim Armo Yebema Gobato Yon Trobada Jebate Yam Dumani Jang Yedor Jejada Juk Bato Chembota Junye Bate Yam Che Ye Parasaman Nikarbo Yepe Manam Yamna Yun Den La Den Yamna Yun Chujin Saidam Je Haji Togan Zemb Teda Tham Jed Tang Da Rambo Che Na So Baje Jab Jim Baje Mo Jong Ba
Page 14. From emptiness arises a white tree which completely transforms into the noble Chenrezig with 1,000 arms and 1,000 eyes, with white body and 11 faces, 3 peaceful faces of the Dharmakaya, 3 smiling faces of the Sambhogakaya, 2 dark red semi-wrathful faces, 2 wrathful faces of the Nirmanakaya, and in the center, Amitabha. The roots are the 10 arms of the Dharmakaya. The main 2 hands are joined at the heart. The next lower 2 hold a mala and a lotus. The next lower 2 hold a wheel and a round anointing vase. Of the next lower 2, one is in the mudra of giving and the other holds a jewel. The next lower 2 hold a Nirmanakaya statue and a bow and arrow. The branches are the 38 arms of Sambhogakaya. The 19 right arms hold a jewel, a lasso, an offering bowl, a sword, a crossed vajra, a water crystal, a fire crystal, a bow, an arrow, a twig, a tail fan, a shield, a vase, an axe, a mala, a blue lotus, a sun, a moon, and a white lotus. The 19 left arms hold a cloud, an anointing vase, a yellow lotus, a white conch sword, a skull staff, a mala, a bell, a vajra, an iron hook, a monk's staff, a Nirmanakaya statue, a celestial palace, a volume of scripture, a wheel, an emanated form, grapes, a red lotus, and an 8-cornered jewel. The secondary branches are the 1,000 arms of the Nirmanakaya, making the mudra of highest generosity. In the palm of each is an eye of compassion that looks toward all sentient beings of the 6 realms, equally and impartially. The 2 legs are standing erect to quickly benefit all sentient beings. The body is adorned with head ornaments, earrings, short necklace, shoulder ornaments, belt, medium-length necklace, long necklace, bracelets and anklets, all of various inexpressibly precious jewels, and upper and lower garments of various silks and draped silk cloths. The body is beautified with all the 32 major marks and the 80 minor marks. On the lotus petal in front of this, a Hri transforms into Lamoge Drupha, the 6-syllable mantra goddess, with body, color, hand symbols, and ornaments all identical to the main deity. On the petal on the right is the sun Norbuzingpa, jewel holder with body, white body, color, 1 face, and 2 hands, holding a jewel in the right hand and a pearl mala in the left. On the petal on the left is the daughter, Ringnang Zingma, holder of the mantra with white body color with 1 face and 2 hands, holding a crystal mala in the right hand and a lotus in the left. These 3 wear silks and various jewels. The legs are in the sattva posture in the manner of paying homage. On the rear petal is the Buddha Amitabha with red body color, with 2 hands in the meditation position, sitting in the vajra posture, ornamented with the major and minor marks of the Buddha and with all the aspects of the Nirmanakaya. There are 12 outer petals of the lotus. On the petals, starting from the front, circling to the right, are first Varachana and second the Mother Buddha Lochana, both white in color and holding a wheel in the right hand. Third Akshobhya and fourth the Mother Mamaki, both blue in color, holding a vajra in the right hand. Fifth, Ratnasambhava, and sixth, the Mother Samantabhadri, both yellow in color, holding a jewel in the right hand. Seventh, Amitabha, and eighth, the Mother Pantara, both red in color, holding a lotus in the right hand. Ninth, Amoghasiddhi, and 10th, the Mother Tara, both green in color, holding a cross vajra in the right hand. 11th, Avalokiteshvara, Mahakarunakya, and 12th, the Mother Prajnaparamita, both white in color, holding a lotus in the right hand. Regarding all of the above, the male has the left hand supported on the cushion. The female has the left in the mudra of great generosity. The right hands of all hold the hand symbols at the heart. They are all ornamented with silks and various jewels, and the legs are in the sattva posture.
Jarzen Garbo Sanye Pavang Namanyim Jetebe Tabzan Rengum Yalenzem Logo Mayetaba Shakjatab Sebo Seshangzem Nabgo Tundratab Shakja Senge Nagbo Lewanzem Nyeda Jetab Namkhanzu Marbo Rambo Jedrombenzem Go Nyarvetab Cheja Nagbo Mechenzem Tokavan Chuku Chalo Sempezejin Nam Jalhagu Thangu Nam Drenvetak Yoba Wodani Jamba Wotandend Ninjawan Tenje Jatob Nava Keje Kesar Dadam Tenje Jatob Toga Bema Garbote Vejin Kurjevus Sheye Garbo Nepal Uzertav Ramjin Jenesun Gomba Dandra Tuje Chembol Hazo Geje Gandanjana
In the courtyard of the palace are the 1,002 Buddhas of the three times in the form of bodhisattvas. In the eastern door is the Buddha of the gods, Gajin, extensive generosity, white holding a guitar, Biwang, in both hands, and the Buddha of the demigods, Tazang Ri, splendid robe, blue, holding armor. In the southern door is the Buddha of humans, Shakyamuni, yellow, holding an offering bowl. In the western door is the Buddha of the animals, Shakya Sangye, black, holding a volume of scripture, and the Buddha of the hungry ghost, Namkha Zod, sky treasure, red, holding a treasure box. In the northern door is the Buddha of hell beings, Chogyal, Dharma king, black, holding fire and water. These six have form of the Namanikaya, with all the major and minor marks, and wearing the three Dharma robes, standing erect. I transform into the hero Hayagriva. Then, in an instant, I clearly arise identical in form to the main deity generated in front, Chenrezig. The main deity generated in front has in the heart a white lotus with a moon circle. In the center of this is a white Hri radiating light, inviting the deities of the Great Compassionate One, identical to the meditation deities from their natural abodes, into the sky in front. Hri, from the highest abode of the natural spontaneous realization, unmoving from the realm of the unborn Dharmakaya, yet the form body manifests in a body to benefit beings. Please come here through the power of compassion.
se dala tu je neva gonzola tu da wange yola singelo.
Pre, great compassionate one with all your retinue to benefit all sentient beings without exception, make your compassionate thoughts stay close to me. Grant the blessing of remaining because of the power of your heart pledge. Hri, in the Dharmakaya there is no duality, manifesting the Sambhogakaya form to benefit beings, manifesting everywhere compassionately in the Nirmanakaya form to benefit beings. I prostrate to the deity with wisdom of the three kayas. Hri, to the Mandala of the Great Compassionate One, beyond the torment of the afflictive emotions of hunger and thirst, in order for us to gather the accumulation of wisdom and merit, please accept this offering with delight. Hri, please accept these various outer offerings of water for the face and feet, flowers, incense, lamps, perfume, food, and music.
见可乐走你生去不也界限也能生界乐的松。
Three auspicious goddesses film the realm of space, presenting all phenomenon of form, sound, smell, taste, and touch as offerings to delight the deities of the mandala. Please bless us by accepting this with delight.
Benza Benza Le Benza Dharma Sarva Benza Ayasa Mandala
Three, there is no duality in the wisdom body, yet appearing as duality of the wisdom and samaya beings. Please remain in the state of non-duality to perfectly perform the enlightened activities for the benefit of beings. Three, from the five bodies abiding in the bodies of the five wisdoms, the five victors arise from Ogman realm Akanishta. May I be blessed by the empowering Lord of the family. May the five families grant the realizations of the five wisdoms.
Om Hom So Aha Abekenza She Wan Gurdob Jen Dan Dun Je La Nam Wala Wanda Ren Wajin Ba Ju.
Thus accomplishment, the empowerment, the five family Buddhas ornament the head of myself and the deities in front as an indication of having bestowed the empowerment. Three, in order to be one with the body, speech, and mind of all the Buddhas of the three times, bless my body, speech, and mind, and seal by the blessing empowerment.
Kaya Siddhi Om Vaka Siddhi A Siddha Siddhi Hoi Dandu Gurdham Che Je Tava Om Garb Jemba Ai Marbo Toga Hong Om Nam Le Ko Song Tok Dur Je Sam
In myself and the main deity, along with the mandala deities generated in front, at the forehead is a white Om, in the throat is a red Ah, and at the heart a blue Hung, which become the nature of the Vajra body, speech, and mind.
Norva Zemba Semjo Tabjido Rengan Zemba Shira Semeto Madru na ran ran ye me la ye xie la ye ge lo sun de lu tu jie qian bo jian jian zhou la zhe nan ba na jie yan ni xie dang me jiu dou jie me ye xie de人间中的娘灭也是当，南无他耶所多也是多，都用这八萨这也是皆人啊也是啊算他都。
Hri, Great Compassionate One, Deity of Wisdom Deities, Yige Drugma, the 6 syllables, Wisdom Source Mother, Norbu Zingpa, Jewel Holder, the Prince who practices the Supreme Methods, Regnang Zingpa, Holder of the Mantra, the Princess who practices wisdom, deities not produced but primordially undifferentiated from myself, I praise and prostrate to the bodies of the 4 wisdom deities. Look upon all beings with the eyes of great compassion. Varachana, Dharmadhatu, wisdom, Akshobhya, Vajra, mirror wisdom, Ratnasambhava, equanimity, wisdom, Amitabha, discriminating wisdom, Amoga Siddhi, all-accomplishing wisdom. I praise and prostrate to the 5 wisdoms and the 5 bodies.
Yarmanaya Sova San la ma le ba de kham sun be sim chen tam che la bo lu nga ye je de ba ja thuk je chen bu gong pang la gu do sum je de du je chen bo la zo ye de da tam je jang dan de zong go tam che je ye ge zhong na zhang zhong zhong wa da ju men che da yin ba ju.
At my heart is a Hri circled by the six-syllable mantra radiating light. At the heart of the deities generated in front is a moon disk with a Hri in the center with the six-syllable mantra radiating light to all directions, making offerings to delight the body, speech, and mind of all the Sugatas of the 10 directions. All the blessings return. The obscurations of the body, speech, and mind of all the beings of the 3 realms are purified by the light illuminating them, and they are established in the state of the Great Compassionate One. All the beings and realms of the universe become the deities of the Great Compassionate One. All these, myself, the main deity, the Mandala deities generated in front, recite the 6-syllable mantra continuously, roaring like 1,000 thunderclaps.
어디니 주도도 봐라. 내가 때에서 저기 들인데 다다 자월로 저 탑디 저게 제름 제방디 동가리를 들어다 꺼내려니 동거 요래 되리 사가 다다다지 들이 오 석자만 보도 성도래가 뭐지 가리디 산지가 그 송토 용띠인 처리에 되지 내 용띠는 처리에 제가 이 책을 가는 연구를 되다 사동 걸로 잡아도 띵동 까봐서 그 사지에 동데 드린직대 가는 사지에 송바당 드린직대 가는 들이 포니제 제네 모니제들이 제대 로마송 대다들이 로아를 독소시 적기네 들이로 과체게 뒤달들이 살짝나 만나서 zon을 내지 자대네 내 사동 걸로 잡아도 되는 와요래 저 뒤도들이 보기 전에 저 뒤쪽고요. 좋아지 같이 좋아서들이 타자 좋으면 제렇게 변아 바타자 좋 갖고 이거래지 저 더서는 도무지로 대야나시 더서고요. 서럽게 리다라고 그래. 대지 거대가 돈 거요.
So in terms of this sadhana that we're doing, it's based on a more elaborate development stage. And so to do it in this way, we can look at this picture of the image of the deity. And so we can see, it has many, the deity has many arms, many implements, many eyes and ornaments and so on. And so the symbolism of the deity's form is representing enlightened bodies, speech, mind, qualities, and activities. So particularly the qualities and activities. And so in the text, your 1,000 arms are the 1,000 wheel-turning kings. Your 1,000 eyes are the 1,000 Buddhas of this fortunate eon. And so we can think, as we look at the image, that the 1,000 arms are the 1,000 wheel-turning kings, and the 1,000 eyes are the 1,000 Buddhas of the eon. And so also all of the worldly gods, Mother Tara and so on, that are described in the text. And so it appears in this way to benefit all the 6 classes of beings. And so we can bring that to mind as we look at the image. So the male embodiment of compassion is Chenrezig, and the female embodiment of compassion is Tara. So we can't really comprehend it in its most vast and elaborate form. All the manifestations and symbolisms of compassion are too vast to wrap our mind around. But if we just bring it into its most, or how it all comes into one, is that all of that resides in the mind.
The Natandam Kaju Nadina Sung Yore, Sanhang Jerum Jiba Kanite, Nancy Lagor Koajite, Saint Juan, Nansempi Junimong Ate, the Nimong the Minsong, Sawa Yishigate, the Sanjibaka, Sawa Yishigana, Mingo, the Mina, Triti Mimpechet, the Tamboli, Dadi, Dadi, or them. Maybe get the Sachok, the Tambo Simply Warning, Tambo Coach from the Japan, there is a choke of the same body, same tea, that man quarterly, the Sadop Luda or Luda already, that pay man boy already, magic in a take, like a carriage, just coming, choose this our carriage, taste of this year, we already pay data or teenager, like under the draw, do something already. 가리치를 놓아도 소시 속제들이 줄을 이래도 부탁하래 사는지 요래 또 좋는 또 좋아서 오들 또 좋은 또 요래 저게 시합지 요래 변했다 지지 요래들 우리 지치부주 대 약간 보라 아용 그가들이 사도사 판도서 요래 대 조고는 대 로마티 가리 지는 자 잡차만 요나들이 지직들이 속강 말고 사치보래 디시들이 사직 도시를 대만은 도디 리티지 지는 생리를 사초로 닝들 지직들 람동대 람시지 셰통나 이거도 도토고 말에 대몰라 들까지 그가 저런데 샤도를 이대로 사통통대 요래 대치를 하고 디시에 약간 볼처럼 초가대 그가들이 몸다 살 야금에서 판로데 로디들이 지금 람뚱딩만 지지지니 지기답시로 대나기다 속사타만 보통만 좀 자고 요리 던지는 지기를 람뚱이데 정말 요리 대상제시고 대타들이 심지 동제 봐라 토바를 독을 대비해도 뭐래 놀래 줄 3년제 그때 담이 지레들 들바래 얘네들 3년제 시간을 용기는 트레이드를 내가 대로 제거해요. 뒤다래.
So within the practice of secret mantra, then we work with our perception of all that appears and exists, all that is possible. And so the outer 5 elements, for example, that compose the outer, so-called outer world, and also the 5 afflictive emotions. And so so the outer 5 elements, the inner afflictive emotions, and the secret 5 wisdoms. So again, the outer 5 elements, the inner 5 kleshas or afflictive emotions, and the secret level, the 5 wisdoms. So when they ripen, then we can see that in essence they are the 5 wisdoms. So we begin the practice with going for refuge and generating bodhicitta. We go for refuge in the enlightened ones, the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas who have bodhicitta, and then we, of course, generate the altruistic mind of Bodhicitta. And so when we think about the outer accomplishment, if we think about what one person can do with their effort, their work in the world, in terms of the benefit they can bring, just a single person. And then we imagine Chenrezig with 1,000 arms, and appearing in this way symbolically because of the ability to benefit all 6 classes of beings. So if we take as an example, an example for this is there's a big bird called a karne in Tibet, and this bird knows about where it is warm and where it's cold. So it leads other birds at different times of year where they can find food, and then it knows when to come back to Tibet, and then it comes back. And so sorry, I didn't quite understand that example. So sorry, so there's not a Tibetan word. The bird's name is karne, which is an English word, I guess. And the bird goes in the summer away and leads other birds to find food, and then it comes back to Tibet in the winter. And if that big bird, the bird knows when it is warm and when it is cold and where to go to find food. If that big bird died, it would not be able to lead the other birds that follow it to find food at different times of year. So this is an example. Chenrezig is like that in performing the benefit of all the 6 classes of beings. And so, in a similar way, Chenrezig emanates these 6 tupas, the 6 Buddhas of the 6 realms that are described in the visualization. and those Buddhas of each of the 6 classes of beings then perform the benefit of those 6 classes.
sakdongjido 많이 붙겠당 로들 사비지 사비지 요래 첫째가 동지나 나동하 고송 산나 아 고송 산나 로들 사비들에 된 누구요 참마 그때 용띠당 철회시로 따더라고 다 저些잡더들이 다 저些야공들은 하고 그러다 저些방법 요래 진해도 지자다 제 요래데 철되는 로들 사비래 로들 사비 가래지네들 모시들이 습진이 탐제 샘 다디의 시절 재미지고 그래서 샘집을 가는 재미지 샘을 지용나 이래도 재미지고 좀 그래 재미게 저거들이 내가 다도 참 자상세도 요래도 오 쪼마 지네도 작동지동들이 늘 지네도 로들 사비래 로들 사비 가래 마치서는 사바 재미 이게 재미 가치미 땅 재미이제 하고 살나 다 매바지는 들 사바스비 지는 샘 관계 용어띠기 감성도 찹대 요래 되게 랑이는 된다고 내가 제로 요래 맨날 밤에 그러다 밤에 찍을 때 와질 요래 말이 돼 밤에 심지를 이렇게 돌래 요래 가리 셀때 밤에 도도 찍으면 석여 밤에 죽어라지는 소소 세비들 이제들 뭐 요래 진짜 뭐 요배 들 로버를 봐 나지가 덤송문이 저 나디다 전에 주로 사지가 요디 차탄 저거 요래 들이다 잡로도 sem지 이렇게 쳐버 대기서는 룩탑탑제 동시지대 참 하고 또 말이야 하고는 섬네 동네들이 재미제는 사바체미데 하고서 사는 나디의 형벌에 나디의 형도 장로도 저를 철저을 저는들이 되게 매도 사원으로 때리때 매도 사원을 되어요. 들이 매도 사원은 여기 제트고 요리 자공대 맞잖아. 매도 사원 잘 자ten 자공이 로지 야야 가는 팽이 얼마니 십지 탐제 세대 대다를 자공으로 차서 그래서 소소를 들더라. 딱 그것도 동행이면 하시자고요. 다들 다 소 나는 민주주의로 소치보다고 그것도 하시자고 가르치 다 세대 나디 담주는데 나디 광고 동행을 남지 다들이 동행 잘 따라하시자고 베테다고 놀 재미의 상태가 용어되다. 샘광 이제를 되지 용보여 봤대. 내가 로버트 메드스 사제 샘진 남의 사제 우리 로버트 메드스 드럽답 잡차 망보 요나 두답데 샘티 나디디 상태 이거래지. 대식으로 샘의 용디인데 다 요래지. 콘데이가 잡다고 요래지. 가래 콘데이가 잡도 콘데이가 샘티 바래지. 샘 그런 것들이 나도 다좀 자공으로 도도도 자공면은 잡초집이 전화지 들이 특바집을 놓지는 들이 제대로 자서 두탑탐지 도도들 하고 그래 그리고 다 두탑 가리 전나 다 사바세미고 건도지 삼바 재미고를 이제라 요거 용도 없지 듣게 하고 그래 듣게 sem을 해
So Rinpoche said last time, so the form, all of the arms and all of the implements and everything we can see in the depiction of Chenrezig are all symbolic. It's all a symbol for the enlightened activity of Chenrezig. And so these different sadhanas have, different deities with different forms and appearances, and there can be many different ways of explaining all these things. But the point of them is how they benefit beings, that they all are symbolic of bringing benefit to beings. And so if we want to bring benefit to all sentient beings, then the root of that, what we need is the four immeasurables, the four boundless states in the mind. So that is what is essential for any sadhana, and that is what we need to accomplish, is the four immeasurables in the mind. The four immeasurables are immeasurable love, immeasurable compassion, immeasurable joy, and immeasurable equanimity. And so, in order to manifest those four immeasurable qualities, we need to see the absence of self-grasping. We need to see the absence of this sense of self. And then we can understand how to bring benefit to all beings of the three realms. And so it is only self-grasping that blocks this. And when self-grasping falls away, the inherent Buddha qualities that are in every sentient being are able to manifest. And so every sentient being's the ground or their basic nature is the Buddha nature. And so what we need most of all is immeasurable love or boundless love, and to decrease the self-grasping, to let go or remove our self-grasping. And so it's like so we can misunderstand, for example, the nature of Amitabha and think, oh, there's just one being or one Amitabha, but actually Amitabha resides in the basic nature, as the basic nature of every sentient being. And so we can think of this immeasurable love and the absence of self-grasping as like water that we can use to water a flower. And so if we want to water a flower, we can't just water a flower with ice. We need liquid water. If we want to nourish a flower with water, the water of loving kindness, it needs to be in liquid form. And so if we don't melt the ice, then it cannot benefit the flower. And so in a similar way, we need to melt the ice to benefit sentient beings or to water the flowers. So all sadhanas begin with going for refuge and generating bodhicitta. And basically, in order to melt the ice, we have to melt self-grasping. We have to melt the clinging or self-centeredness of clinging. And then we can bring benefit to sentient beings. So again, all sentient beings have the Buddha nature. In fact, as it is taught in the teachings, all sentient beings are in fact Buddhas, but are temporarily obscured. And so basically all sadhanas share this common thread. And we have to learn to distinguish between what is the distinction between samsara and nirvana. In the end, the mind is the same. The underlying mind is the same. It is just whether it is in the form of ice or it has been melted into water. And so all sadhanas have the same kind of principles and purpose. So we just need basically a general understanding of what a sadhana is. And for any sadhana, the most important quality we can train in is boundless love. Once we develop boundless love, naturally compassion will come out of that. So this is very important to understand. Please take a 30-minute break.
다시 시작해. 나도 저당 저당 진짜 되는 도도 도지 해버리. 그래서 저당 서럽 나한테 안답지. 저당 제소는데 서럽답지 디 류다오레시. 뭐가 좋보다 내 주인가 셰베 망보리 차로요. 나한테답지들이 나한테지와 통화 다이치데 다다다 도지 집업 것이라 삼진이 되는 오 지레들 금점 장도 오 금점데 지레들 좋아해 되는 그리지 저기 나게 되는 시세요래 네 이제 바보 시세요라 이제 대화 삼지들이 삼지라는 삼지를 지레들 돼 너무 진 잡아지는 잠을 정해 오 트인데 지네들이 잡아지네들이 사지네들이 저지네들이 애들이 그렇게 있었다. 용왕아들 한번 알고 상하게 이제 나지 라고 이제 상하게는 받은 소 이제리 제름데 이제리 대로 접대요래. 그때 접대요 보는 것이 남이 좀오 다대대를 접도 접대 봐야 되니 다다신 돈이 요구하는 좀 탈땐 주제를 뭐 다와 또 아니라 판도고 그래. 나벌 사강대 또 받는 거고 그래. 똥바지 바로 동야요들 쌀 똥제들 우리에서 뒤로서 장고요에 쌀 똥송요 나 똥지 그리다지 제름 탐식들이 나똥 엄아홍이 족 탐식 나 똥래 자 탐식 자 똥래 제 톡톡의 세우는데 샘 광을 똥지 똥가래들이 랑게 센터도 나오는 요사들이 우리저 리더 나말이 선분이서 나되게는 내로도 오 선광 나 다지님도 나가더래 그래서 똥톡도지 대하고서는 그리고 대 탐지 랑게 센터 찍봐야 봐 선부제요 봐 라리소도는 저다 나와 탐지 랑게 센터 대하고지체데 들이다다 들이도 탑탐지 되겠어 접드는 사제도 거래. 두작까지 사제도는 세면 더 밤이가. 세면 나가는 게 좀 거래. 무엇은 치면 더 받을 받돌. 데르티니 데르타다. 두탑 탐지 서골 서접 탐지 류자오래스. 나접 탐지 맹자오래스. 다들 오다이 지내도 거래. 오다이 야테 도지 조는 파파선 걸. 파파리 때까지 오 루파이시게 파파리 루파이시게 시합이 너무 먹으니 하고서 오 너무 매가지고 시합들 때들 파파리 때저 소다이 주송 때들 다다 통해서 그 삼진 담도 다들 돈다 좀 요래 이제 돈다들 삼로 돈을 다들 그 삼진 제리요야 제리가 그것도 삼진 지금 호 등이 시합이 오래 다진이 시합이 오래 시합이 오래 무슨 다진이 뒤지 삼지 비행제로 되고서 아이고 시합도 오래요 오래 대도 고아랑들이 또 탑탑지 도도 제도라
So when it comes to sadhanas, these methods for accomplishing a deity, then it would be nice for us to sort of understand them in a general summarized way. So with a sadhana, every sadhana we can talk about Chidrup, Nangdrup, Sangdrup, the outer accomplishment, the inner accomplishment, and the secret or innermost level of accomplishment. So the outer level of accomplishment is like the body. It's like the physical body. The inner level of accomplishment, we could say, is like the eyes. And so we can look at the image of Chenrezig and look at its symbolism. We can see the various aspects of the image of Chenrezig, all of the arms, all of the eyes, all of the implements held by Chenrezig. And so, and the symbolism of them, 5 elements, and so on. And so basically with any sadhana, we need to keep in mind these core principles. The form is empty appearance. Any aspect of form is empty appearance. Any sound is empty resounding. And the mind, what is the mind? The mind aspect is empty awareness or empty rigpa. But we don't generally realize that that is what the mind actually is. Rather than realizing that it's empty awareness or empty rigpa, we take the mind as me, I, myself. We view the body as mine, we view the mind as mine or me. But actually it's not a self, it's not an identity, it's not the I. It is rather wide open like the sky. And in the sky there is no self, there is no identity. And so it is said, empty awareness or empty rigpa is like the vajra of the mind, or vajra mind is empty awareness or empty rigpa. And so basically with any sadhana, in the Tibetan word is druptap, the means for accomplishment. So what is it that's being accomplished in a sadhana? What's being accomplished is the awakened state, or the state of Buddha. That's what's being accomplished. And what accomplishes that is the mind. The mind accomplishes awakening. The mind becomes awake. So what we're doing in a sadhana is accomplishing the mind. And as it says in the 37 practices, verse 22, appearances are your own mind. Mind itself primordially transcends elaborated extremes. if we look at page 28 of this sadhana, of the thousand-armed Chenrezig sadhana, so basically, when we try to understand principles common to all sadhanas, in fact, development stage in a more general sense, and so we shouldn't just like take the attitude, I don't understand it. It's probably very has a lot of qualities. It's probably very blessed, but I don't understand it. We shouldn't just leave it like that. We should actually make effort to understand this part, especially is the middle of page 28. And so basically, here the mind is attempting to practice one-pointedly on the mantra, and also with the qualities of love and compassion. And so in this particular case, the seed syllable in this sadhana for this deity is the Shri, is the syllable Shri. So normally, when we think of myself, when we think of my mind, what do we think of? We think of I, me. This is me. But actually, this is not me. This is not a self. So here, instead of thinking that my mind is a self, we think I'm a Shri. My mind is the Shri. The Shri symbolizes my mind. And what is that? In its essence, it is Buddha nature. So the seed syllable Shri is the Buddha nature of one's own mind, one's true nature, not like a self. And so this white seed syllable Shri, it appears in that form because it is the symbolism of the whiteness of the Shri is that it is pure from the very beginning. It is inherently pure. It has always been pure. And so, from the perspective of Dzogpa Chenpo, or the Great Perfection, sentient beings are Buddhas, in fact, but are temporarily obscured. And so, in the teachings of the Great Perfection, we hear the teaching on Kadak, primordial purity, or original purity, which means pure from the very beginning. So we generally don't experience or view things that way. Under the power of confusion, we're always thinking in terms of me, mine, my this and my that, and everything that belongs to me. But instead of that, we're replacing that with this white Shri as the what our mind is. As our true identity, so to speak. But the white Shri is the seed syllable of Chenrezig. And so then Chenrezig is not like a personal self. So if we meditate on this white Shri and the mantra chain for a long time, really habituate to it for a long time, then we can purify many, many, many imprints gathered in our consciousness over a very long period of time. And so the aspect of the focusing the mind on the white seed syllable Shri and the mantra chain circling around the white syllable brings the aspect of concentration or samadhi. And so we make this like our drupkang, like our retreat hut, our retreat house, this visualization. So the visualization of the mantra helps to do away with a dualistic perception.
Both no same Savani or Maridi, Ragati, the Chotungri. Ya, Kalasana, Kashoga, Second. Both the Mataman and Tanaya, Zubayo, nuclear, Jimba, Chotum, Zubayo. Two young terrier, some terrier. So, someone was the pocket tree, so no one said the pocket tree. Oh, something, Karigating or something. Or something is. Oh, that did it, Shab Yongre. Shab Kari, both the Kari, Ping, the Kari, Nukado, the Taketo, Tuntum, the new Tama top one to it. People to Tama mean that color last over. Come ya, both the Dukuyori. There is the Shab the Yongre. Ningeli Shab the somebody, Ningeli Shab the Ningeli Shab the Java symbol. They carry the pen. Sure, the Chalon, the show, shut the town power. Sure, they don't quite do money, Chapai on to go, side to think to the mean to go, can't chop go. Be a theatre, same day. Somebody will simply double the Yawachago, some dinner. Oh, double count at the game. Oh, did the way the mena, theatre mena, could have took one madam, could to hold battle, some left. That's simply the left. That is something left. Something, something, oh, Rank Dandy, Catation, Charlotte, the children. That's about Simi Chow. Saget of the Cherry body. Oh, simply only the May already. They have simply Tamsi, Madam Gata number 70 Tamsi. Madam Gata number Kari. Muso, they are village you saw. They are Amateur, they are Minister to roll Amazon dog. Mark Policy or the pocket Amar no one yori. The oh Amari. Amar the Kadiki boys do. They use the tongue. Oh, Mamma Tiva Milako. Kadiki, Mamma to go down so. True, I mean, Gomba Jali, I came at all, robbed at a tongue. Melissa, some job, I mean, that did you Amar part the water, that made you to the water money. The money I'm to hold the chase soon. Oh, I mean, I told me to hold on soon, tongue on military already. They may chat to me last of what that to retire. Amar still on you, round a piggy or a. Still I go Amar to go your head. Amar still I'm the round pando, that I chew out that area. The way I treated them according to the TV Zodan. That all is sharing drama that Jabado. They the way covered them, my judge. The Amagan the mark basis. The according Amar Jayut. The Amaka take it. Amama Chica Yomari. The man of God, I am the same something. The Lacolo. Oh, man of God, I am the subject of the tongue subject. Oh, some. There's this some deity. The man of the call. Man of the that passing to Ravi, Tangi or it. Detail the man and the tower. The something you did. Party dropped this something you did. As a hard 3 days that what that something, so she's on 3 days that man be the don't day as a hard course. 3 times that were something you must this safety. Dandy the Kaji Chalo Pasha made the worry. There's something. So I'm called gone with it. Was there taught them to be there was a top to 20 years top to Yatapushika, Mandora to Tama, 잡으려고 싹대고.
And so around the white Shri seat syllable, then are the Om Mani Padme Hum mantra syllables. And so we might think, oh, Om Mani Padme Hum, that's Chenrezig's mantra. But no, we shouldn't just think of it that way. In fact, it represents, on behalf of all the Buddhas of the 3 times, the 6 paramitas. And specifically this way of visualizing brings the aspect of concentration, the 5th paramita of meditative concentration. And so we can think of as an example, for the understanding the 6 paramitas, we can think of the way that a mother cares for her child. And so all the different things the mother does, the mother cleans up, the child when it makes a mess, when they're not clean, loves them, cares for them, watches over them, protects them. So everything, we could say, is all of the 6 paramitas are sort of included in the way that a mother cares for her child. Discipline, diligence, or joyful endeavor. It is said that concentration or samadhi comes from diligence or joyful endeavor. And so what is sort of behind concentration, or the focus on the child, using this metaphor, the focus that a mother has on the child? The mother is always attending to what will benefit the child, what will, make the child cry, and watching for that, understanding that. And so, of course, whatever is beneficial to the child, that's what the mother wants to accomplish. Whatever helps and is beneficial to the child. So what is behind that? Behind that is compassion. Behind that is love. Behind that is compassion. That's what's behind the focus, this sort of, one-pointed focus on the child's well-being that the mother is always holding. And so, sentient beings whose inherent nature is like water, free-flowing water, when confused, are like blocks of ice. And so that ice needs to melt back into its water form in order to fall down as rain on the earth, in order to water all the plants on the earth and benefit everything. And so, we might generate love and say, I wish all suffering would not occur. I wish there were no suffering. And so then with that kind of attitude, then we can try to practice the quality of meditative concentration or one-pointed samadhi. And so what interrupts this? It is clinging on to the sense of self. It's the mind that creates suffering. And so seeing that, understanding that it's the mind that creates suffering, then we bring to mind all mother beings, it is said, all mother beings equal to the sky, all mother beings equal to the vast reaches of space. And so the mother loves the child. The child, of course, gives problems or suffering to the mother. The mother loves the child. the mother has kindness towards the child. The mother, if we forget what mothers do for children, we can bring to mind they protect them, they feed them, they send them to school. Even beyond that, they grow them in their own stomach. They give them, in fact, a body. They give them the precious human body. That's what mothers do. And so this all comes from love, and one should therefore love all beings who have been our mothers. And so if we were to turn our backs on our mothers, if we want to harm sentient beings after they've taken care of us like this, it would really not be appropriate to harm beings, to not repay the kindness of beings given what they've done for us. So we say all mother beings equal to space. And so basically when we think about the mantra, this Om Mani Padme Hum, syllables circling the seed syllable, these represent the 6 paramitas. And to focus the mind on them is the quality of concentration or samadhi. And so when we practice samadhi, it should become like an unbroken stream. Meditative concentration or one-pointedness should become like an unbroken stream. And so when we are meditating on the mantra, mainly we're accomplishing the paramita of meditative concentration.
Oh, they have gone to the Tisum Sanje, Pondi, I chap over, say with chap there. There is the news about Semi, this about Semi, 17 years about chapter. Some be some 17 of the Dunga, the Dandiri. Oh, there is there. Oh, some about Semi, Shen Coman, Chubak and Choi and Teong Joy. Better carry Sanjera, Behir, Sanjir said to Puna. Look at Tagabardi, Yacha de Yako. Oh, St. Jean and Ninji Chibo the Chin, Saji Gimo Gagarese. There, Sanjay, or St. Jean, Tortogore. Home said, I go, your Mary. St. Jean, some day, Dandy, the Torn, St. Jean, Sanjay, over. Mupate was some Nijay, Sanjay, Chuba and Chote. Oh, the way that is a Yankoma, that's Chuba upon the tree, someday. So the orchid Tamji, Corazon took even Chuba Purdy. Oh, there is in Sanjay Tamjega, Mark is 17 Tamjega, the people means it's only dinner. Ya Sanjay Tamji, Tamtoria Better. Oh, 17 Tamjega, someone just did Douglas on the top. So Sabat Semi the owner. Oh, Sabat Semi, 17 Tamjega Pizza owner. This is the Sanjay Tamjega Sabat Semi. Oh, nature of the system just had yet of the go. Oh, Kenya the Vijay of the Douglas on the top, the Jira, Chulasabat Semiuna, Sajet of the Missy or it. The Vijay of top in Wales. Chidi the top there and draw, dog sent in Tamsil, Yelly the Higgin Yore, Yet Taquari, Chagong the Chobber, Chagong Mary, Churret. Tago shut up woman, some Jesus had target. Oh, yeah, Chidi in your top door, Chidi in your top, St. Tamsil, I'm giving order. Tangony paying a dog, this was all. She, oh, Tanga, some Nijay, something only paying a dog. 3 data choir, 3 Shenkoman Chuba Pana, Shenwoman 3, you get the Shenkoman Chuba, they charge 7 and 2 the Shenkoman Chuba per. Charge up the top Judin, that the Jim with the top requiore. Or the rich change of the Chimokori, 대점대로 또 심기는 은혜 전에 피해도 이식이 돼봤지 그래.
So, and so this, so we're in the middle of page 28, where it says, at the heart of the deities generated in front is a mundus with Shri, with a 6-syllable mantra, radiating light to all directions. So that, this is a commentary on that part, where it says, radiating light to all directions. So actually the mind has no limit inherently. When there's no self-grasping, in fact, the mind pervades everywhere, like space, pervades the entirety of space. So if we understand that, we can understand that the Buddhas of the 3 times pervade all of samsara nirvana. Their love and compassion is all-pervading. Love and compassion pervade everywhere. It is only because of self-grasping that this all-pervasiveness is not realized. And so, as an example of the importance of love, like if we were to offer a chunk of gold to a Buddha, the Buddha would just leave that chunk aside. It wouldn't mean anything actually to them. But if we were to practice compassion to a sentient being, this would make the Buddha smile. And so all of this comes down to removing our grasping to the sense of self, and so immeasurable love is a quality that we can generate towards all sentient beings, and when we do that, and so when we practice immeasurable love, it's like pleasing all the Buddhas of the 3 times. It makes all the Buddhas of the 3 times happy when we practice boundless love. And so the very nature of sentient beings is the Buddha nature, is the pure Buddha nature. And so the pure nature, this Buddha nature, which is the actual identity, the actual nature of beings, is like free-flowing water that has just been temporarily frozen into chunks of ice. So that ice needs to be melted back into its water-like nature. The nature is like that water, and if we understand that, and understand that bringing benefit to being, if we're able to melt the ice back into water of our true nature, that will be a benefit to sentient beings. And so this is the kind of understanding we should have when we engage in this radiation of light out from the mantra that makes offerings to all the Buddhas and then brings back their blessings, and then striking and benefiting beings. So we should understand that this is actually of benefit to beings and develop a kind of trusting faith in that. So there's also, if you have immeasurable love, there's also three powers that are included in this. So first of all, one has one's own power if we generate boundless love. Then it's also like the Tathagata's power, because the practice of boundless love pleases the Tathagatas, pleases all the Buddhas. And finally, the third power is the Dharmadhatu power. Because that Dharmadhatu power pervades the basic nature of all sentient beings.
Concise Jinjin Tam Cher Po, Lunga Yi Jit Ba Jiang Ji, Lunga Yi Su Ji, Ta De Da Ji Yi Ji Ji, Da On Da Ji Yi Ji Yi Da Ji Ka Ka Re Sang, Da Ji Yi Me Wa Cha Ko To Sang Chok Sem Ju Ji Sang, Da Ji Yi Me Wa, Lu Na Dong Nga Chak Dong, Li Na Dong De Da Ji, Sem Da Ji Me Na, Lunga Yi Ji Me De Cha Dang Me De Ra Wa Dong Ka Yo Ma Ri Be Na. 야총 따와도 long 야총 따와들이 가서 됐다 톱로에 토디형 됐다 냠직형 말이다 제 돌록들이 라는 거야 뭐지 제에서 막gadar 마도로 엄마서 막 용시에서 저를 매일매일 미송송 지심지담지 토리즘 나지 토리즘 심지담지 줄을 레즘지 지르지 레즘지 줄을 지르지라 다사 족심 지르지 마가 우마스 먹고 용제들이 줄 사족sem 계속 그랬다. 무슨 나는 마찬가지 레제도 다 레제를 하고 들이 나말죠. 들이 추록 거리고 되는 오제를 내 막가들 마도로서 대대 오제네. 들이 고소를 매일매일 고소 네 고방 투지 집을 거는 절대 들이 투지 집을 거는 들이 매진 적tip과는 매진 세계 삼희제 집어나 들이 나는 희제 집어 되게 레가지요나 레가야고 삼바 피바도 데브서가 더웅어리 들이 샘도 짜들 되게 다다 오진다 능에 먹어서 그렇다 다 통치세 줘봐대 난 샘기 제발래 샘기 제발래더니 우리 데이터 오늘 데 샘도 줄을 산쪽 샘질 이 용어도 같이 탐색하는 고도 탐색 이래들 줘서 들이 고도 나심에 와차 데이터고 차 안으로 들이 도저히 보고 말고 고도 삼아 삼이지 요 봐차서
So then, moving on, the next verse, where it says, all the blessings return, the obscurations of the body, speech, and mind of all of the beings of the three realms are purified by the light illuminating them, and they're established in the state of the great compassionate one. So in terms of that verse, so it says here that the obscurations of the body, speech, and mind of all beings of the three realms are purified. And so normally all the beings, we make this distinction, self and other. But actually, of course, there's no fundamental division or distinction between self and other. And then so if there is no dualistic fixation, then there will be no attachment and aversion. And So through bodhicitta, all beings in the lower realms then are able to be born in the higher realms. And then in the higher realms, then they're finally able to understand the principle of karmic cause and effect. And that then can lead to the arousal of bodhicitta. And so with a good mind, with bodhicitta, then the ability to benefit is unlimited. And with a bad mind, so to speak, or a negative mind, then it has the capacity to make endless suffering. So this is like the difference between the earth and the sky. And so basically the point of this is to remove clinging and grasping to the sense of self, cherishing of the sense of self. So to cultivate love and compassion, which is the level of the great compassionate one. And so all beings and realms of the universe become the deities of the great compassionate one. And so ghosts as well. Ghosts as well then become, through the power of compassion and love, become the deities of the great compassionate one.
From emptiness arises a drum syllable that transforms into a precious container. The initial letters of each of the offerings appear and then transform into the offering substances with the nature of emptiness. Through contemplation, they transform into an unlimited cloud of offerings which has the power to produce never-ending happiness. Your 1,000 arms are the 1,000 Chakravartin kings. Your 1,000 eyes are the 1,000 Buddhas of this fortunate eon, manifesting whatever is needed to train those to be trained. I praise and prostrate to Songpa Chenrezig, To all those worthy of praise, I always bow with bodies countless as dust particles. I praise you with supreme faith. Now we'll go to the
24.
Red Chenrezig text on page 24. From the life force, the home at the heart of myself, manifest as the deity, light radiates, imploring the gurus, knowledge holders, and three roots mind streams. When every one of them has come like gathered clouds, blessing, empowerment, and cities are bestowed and activities are accomplished. decree, from the very state that is completely pure and free of elaboration appear the principle and retinue self-daimonism of unhalting compassion. Send down upon this place the resplendence of your body, speech, and mind, and grant the five wisdoms supreme empowerment.
Om mane be me hong maha karu neka sawa sam ya Om mane be me hong
Please wait for announcements.